Hello, baseball fans. Welcome back to another exciting game in a full season playthrough. We're going all the way to the end of the season and the off season. The date of this simulation is July 6th, and we are playing the New York Mets in a Subway Series. And let's get right into it. Wanted to thank the subscribers for viewing, for enjoying the games. I hope you're enjoying the games. There you have your lineups, your pitchers. You got Schmidt for us and Senga for them. And we're going to start the game right now. Let's get the volume up so you can hear the game sounds. We are in Citi Field. We got a full house. Got a bunch of people in green. Don't know why that is. You'd think they would be either in blue, orange, or pinstripes Yankees white. I would imagine that you have half Yankees and half Met fans in the stands today. And there's your defensive lineup there for the New York Mets, and Chisholm at the plate. Hopefully you can pause the video at any time to take a look at these player cards to see what they're doing. You've got the season line up top, what they're doing for the season, and what they're doing in this game. So you see both their season stats and their game stats. You have their stats here, or their ratings I should say. Bunting and hitting, 55-55. Everything is average here. Average contact, average power. When it's blue, it's almost elite level. When it's green like this, teal, it's kind of going from average to elite. Yellow is before, like a little bit below average, but still there can still be attributes in someone with a under 50 rating. Let's say I have an outfielder who's 45, 46 overall, but he might have an elite arm, so to speak. So his arm rating would be in the teal to blue colors. All right, Jazzy J Chisholm coming to the plate. Let's get this game underway. We are playing against the New York Mets. And the very first pitch to Jazzy J, and we are underway. He is safe with an infield single. Drury dived for it. Stopped it, but couldn't make the play. Oswald Peraza, the shortstop, batting .260. He gets a base hit, and we are starting off nicely. Cody Bellinger. He flies it to left center. And that's the first out of the inning. Here comes the judge. All rise. Runners go. Throw to third. He's safe. Double steal. There's the pitch to Judge. Judge strikes out. Hopefully you're enjoying baseball. I enjoy baseball year-round thanks to Brainiac Baseball and Card Breaks. He plays Baseball Mogul daily. So I get to enjoy baseball both in watching his series and doing this series. Yankees scored 2 runs. We are leading 2-0. Here's Goldilocks. One of the beauties of playing this PC simulation game is you get to have baseball year-round. And in this case, I enjoy making these videos. Lindor. Ground ball to second. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this series, obviously, I've been influenced by Brainiac Baseball and Card Breaks doing his Baseball Mogul series. And 2 reasons I wanted to do the series, I've spoken about it before. The first one is I don't ever see that many play-by-play full season games with this game, Out of the Park Baseball. The other reason is Out of the Park Baseball is so intense, there's so much to learn that I would always get intimidated by the sheer amount of information at your fingertips. Soto gets a solo home run. Baseball Mobile is so smooth. I mean, the gameplay, the game engine can be a little erratic from version to version, but the game is so easy to play. It's easier to do the off season for someone like me who's not like very knowledgeable in baseball meat and potatoes, like the Rule 5 draft, drafting, not being able to draft your players, things like that. Baseball Mogul was so good because they simplified everything for me, and I like that. This one, I feel like you have to have a master's in baseball, baseballology. You have to have all that stuff. You have to know all about the ratings, the international ratings. You have to know about scouts. You have to know which coaches to hire. You have the ability to hire a coach for every single level of your organization. So your AAA, you will have a set of coaches. AA, a set of coaches, pitching coach, bench coach. You can go into their attributes on each individual coach in each individual platform and pick and choose. As you can see, I fired my pitching coach, my bench. Wait, who did I fire? My pitching coach. Yeah, that's right. I fired my pitching coach, so I went and checked, put out on Indeed.com for a pitching coach, and I hired a new one for the major league level. I've noticed on YouTube that a lot of players of OOTP will do the hiring and firing at the big club, but they allow the AI to do the hiring and firing of all the coaches in the complete minor league system. So you can pick and choose how deep and in depth you want to be playing this game. I call it the baseball mogul. What's the word I'm looking for? I forget the word. At my age, I'm forgetting a lot of words. But I choose the baseball mogul type play. I want to just let the AI do most of the work. I just want to play the games and maybe make a trade and sign a free agent here and there. I don't do the managerial stuff in the game here. You can certainly do that, where you would, if you were the batter, if you were batting, you have the ability to pick hit and run, bunt for a hit, sacrifice, and if you were the pitcher, if you were doing defense, you can do runners in, double play death. You can plunk the hitter if you want to. You can hit the batter. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff you could do in manager mode. The only thing is, when you're in manager mode, you have to pay attention of the pitcher's stamina and their performance, because you just can't bring in a reliever just like that. You have to actually go into substitutions when you see that your starter is not doing well or is getting tired. You have to put your reliever in the bullpen first for a few pitches, like for a few couple of outs, I guess. I don't know, for I would say half an inning, but you'd have to warm them up first. So it's really super realistic. I just don't do that. It's just a lot of work. I want to play. I don't want to work. I just want to hit the button and let the players do their jobs. All right, here's Judge. Chisholm stole the base. At some point, I will do managerial. I'm just not that smart when it comes to baseball managing, managerage. I see folks on YouTube playing this game, and they're very, very, very good at it. They know exactly when to put the substitute, put a pitcher to warm up in the bullpen. They know exactly when to hold the runners, to guard the lines, things like that. I just want to play. I don't want to work. I do enough work at work. And Marte gets plunked in the buttocks. Runners on first and second, one man away. Soto, ground ball, and that's mishandled by Peraza. Bases are loaded. One out. Mark Vientos strikes out for the second out of the inning. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez strikes out and we get out of it. Here's Alec Bohm. So yeah, I went off on the rails. The second reason that I wanted to do this series specifically for YouTube is because it's going to force me to learn, and it's going to force me to not be afraid. Oh, he almost got him. And it's going to force me to learn the different screens, and I'm starting to really enjoy it. I mean, Baseball Mogul will always be my favorite game. I still play that. I got 3 games going right now. I have a Mets sim here on Out of the Park Baseball. I have a Mets sim in Baseball Mogul. And I do use Baseball Mogul to play Simulated World Series on my main channel, Adventures with Freddy. Oh, that ball's going back. Oops, caught. And some of my subscribers on that channel have requested certain types of games, certain types of matchups. The most recent series I did on my main channel was 1988 Alternative World Series, where the Mets played the Athletics in a 1988 What If World Series. And I get the what if from Brainiac Baseball. What if the Mets played the A's in a best of 7 series? So that's on the channel over there. That's where I do the Baseball Mogul stuff. I don't do much of Baseball Mogul on my main channel because we have the best Baseball Mogul player on YouTube in Brainiac Baseball. So he's the guy if you want to watch Baseball Mogul complete series, complete seasons. I only use it on that channel when a subscriber asks for a specific matchup. I also did the 1988 rematch playoffs with the Dodgers and the Mets in that channel. Let's see, what else did I do? I did a 1962 inaugural game where the 62 Mets played 1 game just to show. So I like doing that over there because it shows the history, and I do have some baseball fans on that other channel that are enjoying those games over there. But Out of the Park Baseball is the game that I want to learn more of. Here's Peraza. So yeah, 3 simulations. I got this one for YouTube, my Mets simulation in Out of the Park Baseball as Oswald Peraza gets a 2-base hit, and my Mets simulation in Out of the Park Baseball. I completed in Baseball Mogul a complete simulation from 62 all the way to 2023. So when I bought the 2023 Baseball Mogul version, I had a simulation going from 62 on. I've also completed a simulation from 1901 all the way to 2018, which is when I bought the new season for 2018 back, almost 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever that is. So I've been playing baseball games for a long time. Here's Marte. All this talking, I failed to notice that the score is tied. I'm like that friend that you're at the ballpark with and you're trying to watch the game, and I'm just talking and talking and talking, and you're trying to focus on the game. Here's Soto. I don't do that in real life, though. I like to focus on the game when I'm at the ballpark. Speaking of being at the ballpark, did you guys like the silence game? The simulated being in the ballpark with no one narrating and just watching the game? Let me know if you liked it in the comments. Vientos. He gets a base hit. First and second, 1 man away. Alvarez. Alvarez gets a hit. I wish my Mets team would play this way in my Mets simulation here in Out of the Park Baseball. Nimmo strikes out, 2 men away. Mauricio. And that retires the side. We're through 5. Scores tied. Here's Alec Baum. Alec Baum's going to get a gapper. That goes all the way to the wall. And Baum with a 2-base hit to lead off the 6th. Here's Goldilocks. There we go. Base hit. Is that going to be able to score the run? Nope. Runners on first and third. Nobody out. Austin Wells coming in. The Yankees threatening here in the 6th inning. And Wells walks. Here's Giancarlo Stanton with a chance to do some damage. Come on, Gio. He's going to pop it up to shallow left. Don't think that's deep enough. One out. Everson Pereira. And Everson Pereira walks in and he walks. And that scores the leading run 3-2. Jazzy J. Chisholm. Senga still at the plate. And he walks. See, right here, if I were doing managerial mode, when Pereira walked, if I was playing the Mets, I would put someone in the bullpen before he pitched to Chisholm. And hopefully he was already warmed up by the time Chisholm walks. I would have taken him out. Peraza. I think the other reason I don't want to do the actual managerial moves as Peraza strikes out is it makes the game longer too. Bellinger. Deep fly ball to right. Did he get all of that? Touch him all. Belly bomb. You've just gone yard. And you have hit a grand salami. The Yankees lead 8-2 on that belly bomb from Belly Laugh. Got that home run strut going. All right, the Met fans have been quieted by the game, and the Yankee fans should start now getting rambunctious. We're winning. Here's Young, bottom of the 6th, belly bomb, Belly Laugh, belly bomb with a grand salami. I love seeing those, especially when my team is doing the belly bombing. All right, guys, don't give up 100 runs here now. Here's Yarbrough. Boom. So I do have a new pitching coach. I fired the previous pitching coach. That's just one part of the solution that I'm trying to... Gone. Goodbye. Touch him all, Paul. You've just gone yard. And the Yankees lead 9-2. All right, home run struck. Tiptoe through the tulips. Tiptoeing through the tulips. Through the tulips. All right, let's go with Wells. So I hired my previous pitching coach. We've been giving up way too many runs. I know a lot of people say, well, it isn't the pitching coach out there doing the pitching, it's the pitcher. But you have to do something because sometimes you have contracts with these guys. You can't get rid of them. So you have to do something, right? But I don't think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to actually start looking for relief pitchers. I mean, sometimes just the fact that you bring in somebody different can make a difference. Maybe not. Who knows? It gets quiet here in this stadium. Alvarez. It's nice to hear the crack of the bat, though. It's part of baseball. Strike 3. One man out. Here's Jazzy J. Chisholm. Ground ball. I'm going to do my golf voice. Here's the pitch to Peraza. Doing the golf voice. Ground ball. Peraza has made an out. Bottom of the eighth, Yarbrough. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard to see what Toronto and Baltimore is doing. All right, Toronto's leading the Angels. That's not good. Is it too early to scoreboard watch? It probably is, but it's still fun. I enjoy it. Let's see what we're doing here. Baltimore's not in this panel in any of these, but you can pause it and see what's going on around the league. There's Baltimore. Yes, Baltimore lost 8-0. Good. Sorry, Baltimore fans. I don't really hate you guys, but just for the purpose of this simulation. All right, the out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Cardona Studios, makers of fine YouTube channels like Adventures with Freddy and New Jersey Gamers and more, and documenting history. Brandon Nimmo coming to the plate. Nimmo grounds to shortstop. Nimmo is out. Ronnie Mauricio. He looks like somebody just told him a dad joke and he's cringing like, ugh. All right, Mauricio's at second base and Jared Young. He gets plunked in the buttocks. Runners on first and second. There's one man out. Come on, Yarbrough. Do you want to be the first person that gets traded? What are your stats? Your stuff is 40. Control is 55, so that's pretty good. That's above average. So green is average, teal is like above average, and 70 is elite. So 55 is about average control. I don't know what PBA BIP is, but everything else, he's not that great. Everything is below average. All right. You might be the first person to go. You're pitching to a 4.57 ERA, so you can't really complain. You hold the runners really good at 60. All right, let's get into this. I'm trying to learn more and more and more about the stats and the ratings that OOTP uses. All right, Lindor, runners on first and second. Come on, guys, let's get this out, please. Yes, all right. Top of the ninth, we're going to have Belly Laugh, the Judge, and A-Bomb. Bellinger should be the player of the game. One man away. Here comes the Judge. All rise. There's a pop-up. And A-Bomb. I think I've gotten through this game so far without a verbal miscue. I think. Unless I did one and didn't notice. That retires aside. Sometimes I'll say things like, it's 9-2 with the Mets in the lead. You know, things like that, like completely incorrect. That's the fun of watching this series, is you got to try to pick out my verbal miscues. See if you can pick it out and recognize it when I do it. Starling Marte with a base hit. He's on first base. Juan Soto. Let's try to get out of this inning, guys. I'm watching you, Yarbrough. This is not going to be a Saving Private Ryan if you screw up. Get it, Ryan? Ryan Scarborough? But I'll see myself out. Alvarez strikes out. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. All right. So, there you see the game. Let me bring it down. You can pause it here to check out the game talking points. You got the line score, the batting line score right there. You can pause it, check it out. You can see who did what, where, and when. The pitching line score and the player of the game was Goldschmidt. Okay. I would have thought Belly Laugh would have done it with that grand salami. All right, let's leave the game. Let's go to the standings. Freaking Blue Jays. They don't want to lose. I don't know. Well, we're right there, though. Baltimore's dropping a little bit. Dropping it. There you have the American League leaders, the National League leaders, National League Division, and the American League. You can see all the leaders. Let's finish today. Oh, you have received personal message. Ricky Bones, I'm pleased with your offer. It's the one I've received. Oh, that's right. I haven't hired him yet. Ricky Bones is, I'm hoping he's going to be my new pitching coach. He's 57. He has an okay reputation. He favors veterans and speed. He doesn't favor defense, but that's okay because he is a pitcher. I mean, every now and then I would like to have a better defensive pitcher, but I want him to be better at pitching. And he's neutral, and he's average with all the pitching matchups. So that's good. He doesn't teach hitting. He's poor at teaching hitting. Obviously, he's a pitching coach, not a hitting coach. So Ricky Bones, that is one heck of a name. I think I picked him because the pitching coaches in this game, none of them had the legendary status or excellent status. The best pitching coaches were all okay. Everyone else was inexperienced, unproven, things like that. So far, he may take the job. All right, finish today. You have received yay. All right, we got him. We've got him. Woohoo! Your offer was just what I was looking for. I've just signed the contract and look forward to a productive relationship in the future. Regards, Ricky Bones. Freaking awesome. So hopefully, it makes a difference with my pitching staff. I'm giving him a 3-year contract, $820,000 a year. He's got 9 years of experience. I wish, it'd be nice if I can see what, I don't know, is there a way to gauge pitching coaches? I don't know. All right, so having said that, we're going to go to where am I going? I am going to team home screen, pitching. And these are, I don't know. Luis Gil might be someone that we have to think about replacing in the rotation. He's average. He's got average stuff. I think STU means stuff. I don't know. Movement on the pitches. His controls is below average. Not much, but it's down there. So, getting a third starter, or I could make him even my fifth starter and move these guys up the rotation. That can help. And let me look at my bullpen. Devin Williams is the closer. He's got a 0.97 ERA. He's not going anywhere. And these guys, Cruz and Weaver, who I thought earlier in the season were like killing me, they're actually not bad. The eye test shows me something different. Their ERA is showing me something better. Now down here, we got some Drek. Mark Leiter, 552, 440. Yarbrough, 399. So Mark Leiter Jr., I love the name because as a Mets fan, I remember Al Leiter. Your stuff is average, a little bit over average. And you're a above average pitcher with an average, a little below average. I think 2.5 is average. 3 is average, I would say. 3 is a good baseball player, a good major leaguer. So you might be a candidate to get traded. All right. Anyway, that's the fun part of this game. The rosters, the changings of the rosters. And it's what I love about Baseball Mogul. All right, guys. Here's my email. We got the Seattle Mariners next. You can pause it here and check all the important stuff for that series. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.